Should you build your own PC right now or go with a pre-built system that's plug-in and ready to go? Let's take a look. Hey YouTube, what's going on? Danny here with DTC. If you're new to the channel, if this is your first time, I frequently do hardware reviews, sometimes build full PCs, and then I'll do a how-to video every once in a while too. My first thing I want to talk about today is I want to thank everyone that's been coming back and continuing to watch the channel. We finally hit 1,000 subscribers. It's really nice to see that you want to keep coming back and continuously watching what I'm talking about, which is really just PC components, I guess. But anyway, I just want to thank everyone. I'm really happy that I hit that milestone and I want to just continue on from here. So today I want to talk about the PC space and what's been going on with purchasing computers. There's two main ways that you can get into PC gaming. You can build one yourself, or you can buy a pre-built system like the NZXT BLD system I bought a couple weeks ago. The benefits for a pre-built PC is, first, there's no knowledge required. I mean, a company is building it for you, they ship it to your house, you plug it in and you play it. It's pretty simple. Second, the speed at which you can get the computer is so much faster. If you're trying to pick and choose your parts and everything, it may take you a while to gather all of the components you need to build the PC. Whereas when you do a pre-built system, you just click which one you want and say, order, and then they send it. So speed is usually a factor with it too. And then now stock availability is like the number one thing I have noticed in this pre-built space, because all these components are so hard to get, especially graphics cards. CPUs are a little hard to get if you're trying to go with AMD, but it's mainly graphics cards, and that has to do with various factors. But stock availability for the build systems, the pre-built companies, those parts are going directly to the pre-builts so that they can continue to do their stuff. They have a contract with NVIDIA or AMD or whoever they do that they send them cards. The partner cards could be sending them cards, but they're getting stock in. And I'm proof. I got the BLD system with a 3070 in it. And then finally, the warranty. The warranty for my BLD that I got was 2 years. I don't know about the other companies like CyberpowerPC, ibuypower, that type of thing. They may have just as good of a warranty, but it's on everything. If something goes wrong with your computer, if the power supply shorts out or whatever, you can send the entire computer back to the company and they'll fix it, repair it, whatever, and send it back to you. Now let's talk about the negatives. Some of them, the price is a negative. They do charge a build fee, and they may charge more for their components because they know that they have stock of that, whereas if you want to go out and build it on your own, you can't. Another negative for me is satisfaction. When it comes to some of these computers, some of the companies will cut corners and stuff, and you may have like a plug that's not plugged in right, or maybe they didn't route the cables the way that you would have routed them if you would have built it yourself. So when you sit down and actually put the components in the computer and kind of get everything going, when you first turn that computer on, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like that satisfaction of powering that thing up. Another thing that's a negative is the upgrade path. When you do your own build, you pick your motherboard, you pick your power supply, all that stuff. When you do a pre-built, sometimes you're just picking, I want this, and they send it to you. It may have an inadequate power supply for what you want to upgrade to. Say you want to put a 3090 in it, and it's only got a 500 watt power supply. I mean, I guess you could run a 3090 on that, but I wouldn't. So there's plenty of companies like NZXT, CyberpowerPC, and ibuypower. Those are three of the big name companies that I've seen before. I never bought Cyberpower or ibuypower, but I have bought an NZXT PC, as I said before. And well, let's take a look at what they've got on their websites. I did a direct side-by-side comparison. On the left is PC Part Picker's listing, and on the right is the actual company's websites. NZXT is the one I want to talk about first because I'm really a firm believer of NZXT's builds here, their BLD system. And not only is the price comparative, but for what you're getting, it's a really good value. Like, they have the Starter Plus, and the Starter Pro. The prices are really good, and as you can see, you can add them to cart right now. So I could purchase these things, and look at this, they ship within 10 business days. If you go down the list and price them out, I've got a 500 watt power supply, an H510 case. And if you go down here, 1321, this is US dollars, by the way. Your price may be different depending on where you're getting it from. But 1321 for the same specs that I could get for $900. I understand you may be able to get a hold of a 1660 super cheaper, but that's what's driving this price up. That the $600 1660 is the high price. You go up to the Starter Pro, that's $1,099. It gives you 1 terabyte drive, a better graphics card. Everything else is pretty much the same, but this is still cheaper than what you would pay for a 1660 Super. And the graphics cards are in stock. So my point of all of this right off the bat here is it's almost impossible to get a graphics card. So let's move over to the next one. This is CyberpowerPC, and it's got a i7 10700K. They use their proprietary case here. It's the image of it to me looks like a Fantex P360A. It's a very, very similar case. They just put their own little flair on the front of it here instead of like the mesh. It's like a patterned mesh, I guess you could say. They have an RTX 3070 in their build. Now, the price on this one came out a lot different actually. I only got the price to $1,651 on this. Theirs is $1,995. So CyberpowerPC is a little more expensive, but you can order this one today. You can click on it and it says it will ship out. I don't know what the date was for me to ship out. Thursday the 18th. So that's this coming week. If you go to ibuypower over here, they're almost spot on with their numbers. I calculated it out. They only have a 8 gig stick of RAM, which is kind of weak if you ask me. And then I chose the cheapest B460 motherboard because that's what they include with theirs. It's $1,476 for the if you build it yourself, and it's $1,499 if you get it from ibuypower. And then ibuypower gives you a cool little RGB mouse and keyboard with it. So in reality, to me, like they're even giving you more. That's why I get back to the NZXT PCs here, the BLD, and I really, really liked my experience with it, and their prices are very, very good. So let's talk about custom built PCs. First of all, they're designed by you, not somebody else, not a company, not a team or whatever, you. You pick the parts, you put it together. Like I said before, the satisfaction level of that is incredible. Another benefit that you would have is warranty on the parts. Every part comes with a manufacturer's warranty. So even if you do have a problem with something, the warranty is gonna cover it. Now, I'll get into the other side of it in the negatives about the warranty in a second. Knowing what's in the computer is your second big benefit to me. Like when you build it yourself, you know, this is the processor that I've got, this is the power supply I've got. If you get a pre-built system from someone and you never open the back of it up, you have no idea what power supply is in that. You have no idea what hard drive you're running, what company's hard drive or anything. So, I mean, it's not a big deal, but those are things that building your own PC kind of gives you, is you know exactly what's in there, where everything is, how it's been cable managed. Did I pinch that wire wrong in the backside behind the panel, or, you did it all. And then finally, another benefit is, or the last benefit would be bloatware. When you install your own operating system onto the computer, it has nothing. It has whatever Windows, you make your little Windows USB drive, you plug it into the computer and you upload your operating system. That's it. When you buy a pre-built system from a company, they can install whatever they want on there. They can install bloatware, antivirus, whatever else they want it to come with. Sometimes companies, like I know HP and Dell, they throw all kinds of extra stuff on their computers, so don't buy theirs. Now let's transition over to the negatives of building your own computer. First of all, it does require technical knowledge. If you don't know what you're doing, it's easy to break stuff. It is like building a Lego set or something like that. Another downside to building your own computer is warranty claims. So yes, all the parts have a warranty and everything, but you have to go through an RMA process. And then another negative, stock availability is a huge negative on building your own PC. If you're trying to find these parts and everything, good luck, especially on GPUs right now. But you've got to source everything yourself. You have to hunt it down. It's a lot of homework when it comes to like picking and choosing parts and stuff like that when you want to build your own gaming PC. So when it comes to building a gaming PC or buying a gaming PC now, at least for Q1 of 2021, I would say that buying a pre-built is your best bet. Q1 of 2021, pre-builts win. And as far as the pre-built companies, I'd say NZXT wins hands down for me. Even though their customer service is not amazing, the quality of their parts and the speed at which they get it to you is really uncomparable. As far as Q2 to Q3 goes, like mid-year, who knows? But if you do need help with choosing parts, a how-to, or if something is worth buying or not, make sure you subscribe down below, and don't forget to hit like and let me know that this video was worth your while. But as I always say, I'm Danny with Danny's Tech Channel, and I'll see you in the next video.
Only one is left.